On April 15th, 2013, I was standing right around here at the corners of Dartmouth and Boylston Street in downtown Boston. A volunteer had just put this medal around my neck after I'd crossed the finish line for the Boston Marathon. It was a beautiful spring day, and that's when the first explosion happened. We were too far away to see it, but that sound is one I will never forget. And then it happened again. Like the thousands of other runners and spectators here that day, mine is just a small story of what happened. 10 years later, for so many, the memories of that day are still very vivid and very real.
A spring awakening, a reminder of rebirth from Mother Nature.
I hear a dumpster close sometimes, and it's like, boom, takes you right back.
Yeah.
At the end of April is a paradox of sorts for Jackie Webb, because its arrival also serves as a reminder.
And I remember one of our friends was yelling, "That was a bomb, that was a bomb, that was a bomb." He said it 3 times. And I remember just like looking at him, thinking it made sense for that sound, but like you just couldn't wrap your head around it.
Like, I'm sure you'd never heard a bomb go off before.
Yeah, and like it made sense, but it was just, you didn't think that would happen in Boston.
10 years ago, Jackie and her husband Paul were spectators at the finish line of the Boston Marathon. The first bomb went off.
Like, how much time was between the two?
12 seconds.
12 seconds. So you really didn't have any time to think about or know what was going on.
We didn't, but if you asked me till this day, I would tell you it was like 12 minutes between those two blasts. I remember exactly what we did.
To this day, it is hard for this now 35-year-old to fathom. What are the chances that she happened to be standing on that one speck of the planet at precisely the wrong moment?
Do you remember anything from the second one going off?
Yeah, I remember every minute.
For better or worse, it's changed her life. Jackie was hit by shrapnel. Paul fared far worse.
Paul lost his right leg above the knee. His brother, JP, lost his right leg below the knee.
For Jackie and the 281 other people injured, this is a complex time of year.
When people think about the 10-year anniversary now, you want them to think about what?
I want them to think about the kindness and support and generosity that came out of that time.
Okay, let's unload.
Kindness that these days has taken on a certain shade of yellow.
Daffodils bloom naturally at this time of year. We can really brighten up the city of Boston.
In 2013, after the bombing, Diane Valley helped start Marathon Daffodils. First year after the bombing, they planted 100,000 daffodils along the marathon route.
Is it hard to believe that it's been 10 years?
It's hard to believe it's been 10 years. I think everybody feels it's hard to believe it's 10 years. Because for many people, it's an everyday experience.
10 years later, Diane and her volunteers continued to pass the flowers out around the city in the days leading up to the race.
It's a symbol of hope.
Yeah.
And it's a symbol of remembering and a way to honor the people that were so brave that went to the injured and the people who passed. And to be mindful that life is fleeting and that we're here together.
Yep.
As these bulbs blossom, they are bringing brightness to runners from around the world, converging on Boston for the 2023 running of the race.
His heart and soul was in it, and that speaks gallantly through me.
Among them is Tiffany Spearman. She was Martin Richards' former track coach. Martin was 9 when he was killed in the attacks.
Pretty much every run that I have, I feel like he's with me in spirit. So, of course, he'll be there.
Like the 30,000 runners who compete, time here continues to move forward, even on this anniversary.
That day and those hours, it's just like they happened yesterday.
As a way to give back, Jackie and her husband have started the Webb Norton Foundation. They have a team of marathon runners raising money to support children and young adults affected by trauma.
There must be some kind of purpose that you found through all of this.
There is, and I think that's the silver lining, and I think that's what gets us through each and every day.
These days, for Jackie, the Boston Marathon is as much a 26.2-mile race as it is a 26.2-mile statement.
And the years later, it's just to kind of pass on that feeling is incredible, and I think that is our passion right now and our purpose.
Chris Conte, Scripps News, Boston.